Hey there, groovy human. I'm Chelsea, and this is Luna, who's got her fancy bandana on because it's, fancy holiday season. And welcome to another Roots of Peace yoga practice. Today's practice, Get Things Moving, is all about helping you with your digestive troubles. That is hard to say. So it's the holidays, we just wrapped up Thanksgiving, lots of heavy foods around this time, and so it's easy to get lethargic and a little unbalanced in your digestive area. So this practice is focused on getting rid of gas and bloating. I threw out lots of poses we do all the time, but I put some science behind why they will help you if you have tummy troubles. So if you eat heavy meals, I have a really hard time with sugar during this time of year because I just love treats. So this practice is for all of us who maybe overindulge a little bit. It's a pretty short practice, roughly a half an hour, so you can do it when you're on the fly if you don't have a lot of time. What you'll need, of course, is comfy clothes, your mat. I did throw in a block. You don't technically need it, but you might depending on how you're feeling, so you can grab that. Get comfy. And again, with any yoga practice, always avoid pain. This is not a replacement for any sort of medical attention you might need, but if you are off balance, this will hopefully get you back on track. And we'll see you on the mat very shortly. Hey friend, welcome to another Roots of Peace yoga practice. Get things moving for your digestion. It's the holiday season. We just had Thanksgiving, so lots of heavy foods are normally coming our way depending on how you celebrate the holidays, or if you celebrate the holidays. I understand sometimes this is a tricky time of year for people, but with all those extra rich, heavy foods, it's important to try to stay as balanced as you possibly can. The holidays are usually like heavy stress levels, and that can affect your digestive function. We're going to start with a pranayama practice. Depending on if you can roll your tongue or not, is going to depend on what it's called. So if you can roll your tongue like a taco, like this, it's called Sheetali. There it is, Sheetali. Sheet like your bed sheet. So it's spelled Sheetali. There's lots of different benefits to both of these breaths. And then if you can't roll your tongue, you're just gonna leave your mouth normal and I'll walk you through it. It's called Sheetkari. So that's Sheetkari. So they kind of do the same thing. They're a little bit different, but ideally they're cooling breaths. So if you're getting into Ayurveda, the Pitta constitution is very hot. Pittas burn really bright. They think a lot. Their digestive fire, their Agni is usually like raging so they can eat whatever they want. But this cooling breath can help with like any sort of frustration, acid reflux, but don't let the cooling factor fool you. It also helps stoke your Agni, your internal flame. It also helps reduce blood pressure. So if you are into this breath and you really like it, you can totally Google it. I spelled it out for you. The list of benefits was super long. I couldn't memorize them all before the video. So with that, we're gonna get started with our Sheetkari. Or Sheetali first, which is the one where you roll your tongue. So if you can roll your tongue, you're gonna taco your tongue. Get lots of saliva in your mouth, and then you're going to inhale all that cool breath and swallow. And then exhale out through the nose. So roll the tongue again. Suck in that cool air, swallow, exhale. And you can exhale out the mouth too. That's actually more cooling. So if you run hot temperatures, if you get frustrated or have some anger coming on easily, exhaling out your mouth cools the body down, not just temperature wise, but emotionally too. If you are not in the tongue rolling population, hi Luna, she just wanted to know what we were up to. Then you can do Sheetkari, which is you're just going to get lots of saliva in your mouth again, and then you're going to suck your breath in through your teeth. So it'll look like this. Swallow. Exhale. One more time. Lots of saliva in the mouth. Suck in through your teeth. Swallow. There you go. So you can practice either or while I'm talking, 2 to 3 more rounds, but this is just kind of a good tool for you to have like outside of your practice. So we're not going to do much more of it right now because we want to get moving on our mat. But again, Sheetali and Sheetkari, depending on if you can toggle your tongue or not. My mom cannot, so I understand that some of the population cannot. With that, let's head to our backs. So you lay down in half corpse pose. Take a few moments, close your eyes down. Tap into the breath. Sometimes when our digestion gets sluggish, it's because we're stressed out. This happens to me all the time. I'm Vata, which is my constitution, so Vatas are very light and windy, and which means that our Agni, our digestive fire, isn't always the strongest. So tummy troubles happen to Vatas a lot. I used to have to be very careful with what I eat, but I don't so much anymore because of these practices I do. So you're going to straighten the left leg and bring the right knee into the chest. Flex both the feet. This is called half gas relieving pose, which I found really silly. But we all know, you eat too much turkey or you get into those Christmas candies. That's my big problem. You get bloating, you get gas. It's what happens. So this is a good kind of gentler way. Sometimes we bring both knees into the chest if we have some extra bloating going on. But this is half of that. Deep belly breaths into the body. And now gently pull the right knee over to the left side of the body with the left hand. Tee the right arm out for supine spinal twist. We've done these little actions before all together. Twists are really good for helping your digestion because you're wringing out your organs, you're massaging your internal organs. And sometimes things just get stuck. If we eat lots of heavy food, that's extra kapha, so that's the third constitution in Ayurveda, Vata Pitta Kapha. I'm throwing in lots of Ayurveda today. I didn't even plan on it. But so kapha is heavy, it's sticky, and that's usually the foods that are abundant this time of year. So we don't want things to stick in our body. We want them to move out. So you can come back to center. Now straighten the right leg long on the mat. Bring the left knee into the chest for half gas relieving pose on the other side. Flex both your feet. And if you wish, you can spread your toes and just kind of wiggle your feet around a little bit. They don't get a lot of air time, so it's good to move things around and self-massage your feet in your yoga practice. Continue with those deep breaths going down into the belly. A lot of times our digestion gets sluggish too when we're in fight or flight a lot, which our culture that's kind of how it goes. So if you can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest, then your digestion will be better. You can pull the left leg over to the right side of the body with the right hand, tee the left arm out to the side for your supine on the other side. And as you exhale, pull the navel towards the spine to really wring things out, squeeze things out. If you get a little too much holiday goodness, I highly recommend drinking hot water. I say it all the time, but it's like Drano for your digestive tract. So it'll flush things out that are maybe sticking and causing you discomfort. You roll back to center, plant the feet, back to half corpse, and then inhale, you're gonna lift to bridge pose. So if you don't wanna stay in bridge pose hanging out, you can totally slide your block under. I have it in the video, but I didn't bring it over for me to do supported bridge, but you totally can if you need to, or your pillow or bolster. Bridge pose is awesome for digestion, because it's an inversion, so you're moving things in the opposite way, so you're getting lots of blood into your heart. And then it's also good because as that blood is going into your heart, it's relieving fatigue that can cause digestive issues. And then you're also engaging your internal organs and kind of compressing them in a different way by lifting your heart over your head just a little bit and having your hips high like this. So bridge pose is another good one to have in your toolkit. We're going to hold here for 2 more breaths. Big belly breaths. So any sort of yoga practice, exhale, roll down, will get you into your parasympathetic nervous system, which is ideally what you want for overall good health and balance. Inhale to take the legs high for happy baby just because it's fun. You can rock side to side. This is also a good one if you're suffering from bloating because it's putting pressure on the pelvis, which is the seat of vata, and that's where extra wind can live, i.e. gas. You know, we have to talk about these things. Like, we're all humans. These things happen to us. They just do. It's part of our bodily function. A lot of things are taboo to talk about in our world, like our digestive functions and how that ends up. But it's good to keep track of because it's essentially your report card for what's going on in your body. And take 1 more breath here. Exhale, drop the knees into the chest. Take a few side to side rocks. Oh, get those hip flexors loosened up, my goodness. You can come back to center, and now a few rock and rolls back and forth. Get some motion going. And on your next roll up, you make your way to tabletop. Now that you're on all fours, we're going to start cat-cows. So breathing in, belly pushes towards earth, gaze comes forward, tilt the tailbone high, exhale, push the ground away, spread the fingers, go slow, tuck the pelvis, tuck the belly, drop the head, chin to chest. Inhale back to cat, or cow, inhale back to cow, exhale back to cat. I thought that sounded weird. You can stay with your cat-cows, take them slow, feel them out. Cat-cows are good because you're compressing and lengthening your intestines. So again, it's moving things around to kind of squish things through you, for lack of a better term. Cat-cows are also good because it's bringing blood flow into your intestines and into your epithelial cells, which is a word I just learned today, epithelial cells, which are responsible for healthy gut function. So gotta love that, right? Learn something new every day. Epithelial is also really fun to say, which is why I remembered it. But yeah, so take your awareness to your belly in your cat-cows. Notice how it pushes and tucks. Take 2 more rounds. Letting the motion last as long as the breath does. Move back to tabletop. Step back to high plank. Take a moment to push the heels behind you so the calves stretch out. And inhale ahead to your down dog. In your down dog, as you inhale, feel the belly expand. As you exhale, draw the navel up and back towards your heart. So breathing this way, you're massaging the intestines again, and you're getting lots of blood flow into those places that need it to help with your digestion. You're getting, processing your food function is what I was trying to say. 2 more breaths here. Head back to high plank, deep breath in, exhale, push up all the way down to the belly. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, drop, and move back to child's pose.